Okay, as you can see, this is a WAEC question. It was done in 2014. So let's look at what the question says, and then we go and solve this problem. Figure 4 shows the front elevation of a hexagonal prism, side 25 with a hole diameter 30. Draw full size the following. Question A, given elevation. Question B, plan. Question C, end elevation. And question D, true shape on the plane XX. So the question carries 20 marks as shown here. So if you are able to solve the whole of the problems, you have 20 marks. So let's look at the features of this question or of this figure. Okay, so the height of the prism is 60 mm, which is this, and the cutting plane starts at this point, which is 50 mm from the base of the prism, and the angle at which the cutting plane is inclined to the horizontal is 30 degrees. So this is plane XX that cuts part of the hexagonal prism. And don't forget that we are given that the side of the side, that is the side of the hexagon that we are going to construct first. For us to get this diagram in place, the length of side is 25 mm, and then there is a hole inside it whose diameter is 30. The radius will be 15 mm. So let's go and look at how this problem can be solved. Now, the first thing that you need to do is to draw a horizontal center line. So I'm doing it here. Okay. Okay, then you draw a vertical center line which should be extended to the upper part of the paper. It's okay. All right, so then the next thing that we need to do is to construct a hexagon. So the radius, the diameter, okay, the length of side given is 25 mm. So that 25 mm, so you take it on your ruler. So take 25 mm on your ruler and draw a circle. So you take 25 mm on your ruler and draw a circle. So 25 mm. So on my ruler, so take 25. So this is my ruler. So I've taken 25 here now. This is 25 mm. So put it at this point and draw a circle. Draw a circle. So draw a circle like this. All right. So this is the circle. So and then so put your compass at this point here. So make an arc here. Make an arc here. So bring it here. So I believe you know how to construct a hexagon. Okay. So if you don't know it, so that's what I'm doing now. All right. So with what we have done here, the next thing that we need to do is to join this point together. So we join this point together to form the hexagon. So join this together. So join this together, and then so we join this together, and so we join this together. So we join this together. So join this together, and the last one is this. So join this together. So we have formed the hexagon. All right, so let's number 8. So let's call this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, so this is 5, and this is 6. Okay, so don't forget that we are told that this hexagon has a hole of diameter 30 mm. So the radius of that will be 15 mm. So I'm going to use another pen. I'm going to use red pen to draw that so that the work can be seen clearly. So take 15 mm on your ruler with your compass. Take 15 mm. All right, this is 15 mm, and draw a circle. So put it here and draw a circle. So okay, so this is the circle. So divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So there is a reason for that. So divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So put your compass here, make an arc here, and make an arc here. So I believe you know how to divide the circle into 12 equal parts. If you don't know it, that's what I'm doing now. So put it here. So make an arc here, and make an arc here, and then you put it at this point here. So make an arc here, and you make an arc here. So I've divided it into 12 equal parts. Okay, so for this circle, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to label this as A, or okay, let me label it as 0, 1, 2, 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So okay, so that is for the circle. So the next thing that we are going to do now is to produce the front view. So this is the plan, to produce the front view. No, we are not yet done with the plan. So produce the front view. So what we need to do now is to, so when you are looking at this object, when you are looking at it in this direction, so what you see is what you want to put here. So that is the front elevation or the front view. So draw this line. So this goes up, and also so 5, 2 and 6 that are the same point. So draw a line, and then 3 and 5 they are the same point. So draw a line, and then point 4 here. Line. Okay, so this, move your T-square up a bit and draw a line from here to here. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is to take the measurement of the height of the prism. So the height is 60, and the cutting plane starting from here 50 mm from the bottom of the figure of the prism. So 60 mm first. So this is 60. Okay, and this is 50. So part of my ruler is broken, so that's why I'm taking that. So okay, so now for the cutting plane, so the cutting plane is inclined at an angle 30 degrees from that 50 mm. So this is the cutting plane. All right, so this is the cutting plane. So we have the cutting plane in place now. So the next thing that we are going to do now is that so we need to show the circle in the front view. So the circle will be hidden, because it is inside the prism, so it should be hidden. So we have to show it hidden. So with my first use my black pen to draw a line like this, and also I will draw a solid line. Draw a solid line. Then I will use my red pen to show that it is hidden. Okay, and come here. Okay, so the point on the hole, so we also have to produce them. We also have to produce them into the front elevation. So starting from here, so this is 1. I've already drawn 0 into the front elevation and 6 into the front elevation. So 1 and 10, they are the same point. 1 and 10 are the same point. So draw a line and just take it from 10. So there is it. So draw a line. Okay, so draw a line, and then so here we have 2. Okay, this is 210. So 1 and 11, they are together. So 210, they are together. 210, they are together. So just take it from 10. Okay. So the reason why we need this is that we are going to draw the end elevation as said in the question. So we need to produce these ones. So 4 and 8, they are together. Okay, and then we have what? We have 5 and 7 together. 5 and 7 together. So I can just take it from 7 here. Okay, so take note of the point where these lines that you produce from the circle touch the cutting plane. So including this, including the one at 0 and the one at 6. So I have a point here. I have this point. I also have this point here. So I have this point. Okay, and then so also have this point here. I have this point. So also, so I have this point here, including the center. So though the center is meant for both the hexagon and the circle. So I also have this point. I have this point here, and I also have this point here. So take note of this point. I'm not going to write anything on them, but I just want you to make sure you take note of this point. Take note of them. So all right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are not done with the plan. We are not done with the plan, so I will still come back to that. So let's get the end elevation. Let's get the end elevation as said in the question. Let's get the end elevation. So the end elevation is that you are looking at this object in this direction. You are looking at it in this direction. So the front elevation is you are looking at it in this direction. So end elevation, you are looking at it in this direction, or you are looking at it in this direction. So what we need to do now is that from here, so draw a horizontal line. So extend this center line. Okay, and then so draw this also. So draw this. Okay, so and then come to the base of the prism and then draw a horizontal line. So take your 45-degree set square. So just move away from this one. So draw a vertical line here. Draw a vertical line. And then so the vertical line touch this. When it touch this point, just stop it there. So take with your 45-degree set square, set it at this point. Set it at this point and draw an inclined line. So the line is inclined at an angle 45 degrees. So if you look at the line, so the line, this inclined line, touch the lines that we produce from this plan. It touched them at this point. It touched this at this point. It touched this at this point, and it touched this at this point. So we are going to produce this one. We are going to produce this. as vertical. So produce this one. This is a center line, so produce this. Though it will not look at a center as a center in the end elevation, because this is a corner. By the time you are looking at it in this direction, you will see this corner. It will be a thick line. It will be a thick line. So we also produce this. Okay, so all right, so the next thing that we need to do is that we are going to produce lines from each of these points on the circle. From each of the points that we have on the circle, we are going to produce lines. Okay, now I'm going to use my red pen. I'm going to use my red pen so that I will not it will not be too clumsy. Okay, so from this point, so produce, this is point 3 on the circle, so produce a line. Produce a line that will meet the inclined line. So produce it. When it meets the inclined line, stop it there. Okay, so 2 and 4, they are the same point. 2 and 4 are the same point, so draw a line like this. Then we have 5 and 1, they are the same point, so draw a line like this. So we've already produced 0 and 6. So next is 7 and 11, they are the same point. 7 and 11 are the same point, so draw a line. And then we have 8 and 10, they are the same point, so produce a line from here. Produce a line from here. So when you meet the inclined line, stop it there. Then we have point 9 here, so draw a line. Okay, so now next thing that we are going to do is that we also move this. We are going to move this up. So move this up. So move it up into the elevation. So starting from this point here, that is the point on 6. So draw a line, horizontal line, into the end elevation. And also we have a point after 6. So move it, draw a line, then move it to the next point on the elevation. So draw a line, and then this is a center line. This is a center line. So we have this as a center line. Okay, so next, so move it to the next one. So draw horizontal line, then move it to the next one. So draw horizontal line. So move to the next one and draw horizontal line like this. Okay, so now, so the next thing that we need to do is that we are going to produce vertical lines. We are going to produce vertical lines from each of these points here, from each of these points. So the lines that we draw out of the circle, they touch the inclined line. So this touch it at this point, this touch it at this point, this here, this one here. We have this point and we have this point. So we are going to produce them vertical into the end elevation. So here, so with your set square, so draw a vertical line, so and then move it. So draw a vertical line here, and then move this. So draw a vertical line, and then move to the next one. So draw a vertical line here. So next, so draw a vertical line, and the last one. So move it here. So draw a vertical line. Alright, so we have what? We have all these points. But before I move on, okay, so before I move on, okay, so I need to, alright, so I don't want to, I'm not going to write anything, so that I don't want the numbering to be too much. Okay, so next thing that we are going to do is to show the circle in this end elevation. And by the time you draw it, it will not be a real circle, it will be an ellipse. It will be an ellipse. So all right, so what we are going to do now is that, so just follow. So here we have what we are going to follow this now. So if you look at this point here, this point here is what? This point is 0. This point is 0. So that means if you trace it, if you trace point 0 here, this is 0 vertical and 0 horizontal. So if you trace it, so we have it here. This is the point. So here we have what? We have 0 here. Here we have 0. So this is 0. Okay, let me use mine. So here we have what? Here we have 0. So this is point 0 here. So and then if you look at this one, so if you go up like this, this is 6. So go vertical and then you go horizontal here. You go horizontal here. So and then coming here horizontal. So here we have what? This is 0.6. This is 0.6 here. So next I have what? Next I'm going to look at, so what I have here, this is 111. So 111, 0.1 and 11. If I move up vertical like this, if I move up vertical, this is the point. This is the point. Okay, this is the point. So if I go like this, this is the line for 0.1 and 11. So and going from here, this is 0.1. So if I move like this, so 0.1, so 0.1, I have 0.1 here. This is 0.1. And for 11, if I go like this, so here I have 0.11 here. So this is it. All right, so the next is, so the next I have what? I have 2 and 10. 2 and 10. So if I go up like this, this is 0.10 here. 0.2 and 10. I have it here. So if I go horizontal, so this is the line. This is the line. Then coming down here, so here I have 2. So for me to locate 2, I have to go horizontal, coming here, then going up like this. So at this point I have 2 here. At this point I have 2. And for 10, so for 10, I have 10 at this point here. I have 10 here. So next I have what? I have 3 and 9. 3 and 9. So this is the line. This is the point for 3 and 9. If I go up like this, this is the point for 3 and 9. And going like this. Going like this. So at this point, okay, so this is the line for 3 and 9. And then if I come here, and going in this direction and going up like this, so here I have 3. This is 0.3, and coming to this side, here I have what? I have 9. Okay, so I have 9. If I trace it like this, so this is 9. So I have this. So next, I move to what? I move to 8 and 4. So 8 and 4. So if I move up like this, this is the point for 8 and 4, and going like this, this is the line for 8 and 4. So if I follow this from here, this is 4. This is where I have 4. So going like this and going vertical like this. So here I have 4. This is 0.4. And for 8, if I go like this, so move up like this. So here I have 8 at this point here. So this thing is easy. You just need to take it little by little. You don't have to rush yourself. Take it little by little by little. Okay, the next is 5, 7, 5, 7. So if I go up on this line like this, so here I have 0.7 and 5, 5 and 7, and going horizontal, this is the line. This is the line. So this is the line. So if I come down here to the plan and go like this, this is 0.5. If I move horizontal and move up vertical, so I have this point. This is 0.5 here. And then if I come to 7, going like this, moving up, so here I have what? I have 0.7 here. Alright, so this point that we have obtained, we are going to join them together. So I believe you know how to use your French curve to join the points together. Okay, so the points have been joined together and we have formed. So this is how it will look. So by the time you are looking at it in this direction, so for the end elevation, so this is how it will look. It will not be a real circle, but it will be an ellipse. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is that we want to get the shape, the hexagon in the end elevation. We want to get the hexagon in the end elevation. That's the next thing that we want to do. So in this case, I'm going to number this. So if I go in this direction, if I move in this direction, I'm going up like this. This point here, so here I have 2, 3. Okay, so 2, 3. So here I have 2, here I have 3. So going on this line horizontal and moving up vertical. So this point is 0.2 and 3. And then coming out to this point, I said this point, by the time you are looking at this in this direction, this is going to be a thick line. It will be a solid line. So going like this, here I have 1 and 4. So if I move like this and going up, so this point here, this point is 1 and what, and 4, 1 and 4. And then coming up here, I have 5 and 6. So if I move in this direction, I'm moving up like this. So this point here is 0.5 and 6. So this is 0.5 and 6. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is to move up here and look for the point, 1. So 0.1. So if I go up like this, so 0.1. So this is 0.1 here, where the cutting plane meet this point. So that's 0.1. So I need to draw a line from there. I need to draw a line from here. So I need to draw a line. So I'm going to use my black pen now. So draw a line from here. So that is 0.1. Okay, so next I have what? I have 0.2 and 6. 0.2 and 6 are together. 0.2 and 6 are together. So from here, I've already drawn a line from here. So this line, it meets the cutting plane. It intersects the cutting plane here. So I need to produce it. So it goes like this. All right. So the next is I have so next I have 0.3 and 5. 0.3 and 5. So if I follow this line, so I have this point. This is the point. So I need to draw it into the end elevation. So it goes like this. All right. So the last one is 0.4, which is this point here. So produce it into the elevation. So it goes like this. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is to look at the point. So starting from, let me start from 4 and 1. So this is in the plan, this is horizontal line 1 and 4, and it goes vertical like this. So this is 0.4 here. This is 0.4. So following this line, so it means that here I have 4. So this is 0.4 here. All right. So and coming up like this and going this direction, this is 0.1. So here I have 1 here. This is 0.1. Okay. So next I have 2 and 6. I have 2 and 6 here. So 2 and 6. So going up like this. Going up, this is vertical line 2 and 6. This is the point. So if I move in this direction, so at this point here, I have 6. At this point, if I follow this line, this is 5, 6. So 6 is on this line. So here I have what? I have 6 here. This is 0.6. Okay. And then coming here, this is 2, 3. So if I move up, so here I have what? I have 2 here. This is 0.2. So you can write 2 here. So and then next I have what? I have 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So if I go up like this, this point is 0.3 and 5 and going horizontal. So this is 5 here. So at this point, here I have 5 here, so this is 5, and coming here, this is 2, 3, so that means here I have 3 here I have 3. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to join them together to form an hexagon. So it will is it. Okay, so if you follow it as I explained, you will surely get it. You surely get it done. Okay, here I'm joining 4 and 5 together. So here we have 2, 3. Here is 5, 6. Okay, now part of this, so this part here is a solid. This part is solid, so we have to show it in the plan and also in the end elevation. So it's a solid. When we cut it, that part will look rough, so we have to show it. So take your 45 degrees set square to draw arching lines. Okay, so to draw arching lines, the arching lines is drawn, they are drawn with thin continuous line. And they must be equally spaced. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So then I need to make sure I make this clear. So this is a thick line, and this is also a thick line, and here this is also a thick line, and the base is also a thick line. All right, so and then, so as I said that in the plan also, so this is solid, so it has to be hashed. So come to the plan, so we do the same thing. So we hash the space between the circle and the sides of the hexagon. So draw arching lines. Okay, so the plan has been completed. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to draw the true shape on plane XX. So the true shape will be drawn here. Okay, so what I've done here now is that, if you remember that this cutting plane is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal. So these lines that I've drawn here, they are perpendicular to the cutting plane. They are at 90 degrees to the cutting plane. So for me to draw this line, since this is drawn with 30 degrees set square, so I need to draw these ones with 60 degrees set square. Okay, so because 30 plus 60 will give me 90, so this angle is 90 degrees. So for each of the points that we have on this cutting plane, with both of this, that of the circles of the circle and that of the hexagon, so are the ones I have drawn the lines out of them from this point. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do now is that I will first do that of the circle. So the next thing that you want to do now is that take your 30 degrees set square and move away from the given view first. So move away from it. Just move away from it and draw with your 30-degree set square. So draw a line here so that we parallel to the cutting plane. That will parallel to the cutting plane. So the next thing that we want to do is that, so we need to, okay, what I'm going to do here now, so just look at what I'm going to do. So for this, so put 0 here. So this is line 0. I'm starting with the circle, so I want to produce the circle here. So this is line 0. So this point here where we have this vertical line, so put 0 here. So this is 0. Okay, now this line that we have here, it contains 11 and 7. It contains 11 and 7. So 11 7 comma 11. Okay, so next we have what? We have 8 10. So following this horizontal line, this is 8 and this is 10. So this one is what? Is 9. Okay, so if I come down here, I have 1 and 5. 1 and 5 are together. So here I have 1 comma 5 here. Okay, and then here I have 2 comma 4. So this is 2 comma 4, and this one is what? Is 3. So here I have 3. So I only need one part, so I can take it up here and I can take it down here with my compass. So with my compass, so put the compass, the pinpoint of the compass at 0 and extend it to 1. Extend it to 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Extend it to 1 and 5. And then before that, here, if I follow this line here, this line here from the plan is 0. Is 0. So mean that here at this point I have 0 here. And if I follow this one on the circle, so going like this, so that means here I have what? I have 6. So this is 6. So I'm not going to write anything there. So that's 6. So the next is, as I said that, so we have taken the radius of from 0 to 1 and 5. So I will follow this. So come here. So coming here. So coming here. So I have what? I have 10. Okay. So 1 and 5, they are at the same point on the circle. Likewise, 7 and 11, they are the same point on the circle. So here we have what? We have 1 11. Here we also have 5 7. So they are the same point. So that radius that I've taken, we take care of 1 5 7 11. So coming to this line. So this line, so line that contains 1 and 11 here. So and I go up like this. So I will put my compass at the center here. On this center line, I will put it here and make an arc here. And make an arc here, and also make an arc here. So I will go back to 5 and 7, line 5 and 7. This is it. So going like this. So put my compass here. So I make an arc here, and then I will make an arc here. Okay. So next I have what? I have 2 and 4, 8 and 10. So from 0 here, put the compass at 0, extend to 2 and 4 here. Extend to 2 and 4. So then, so here I have 2, here I have 2 10, and then I have 4 8. 4 8. 2 10, 4 8. So following line 2 10. So this is the line. So going like this. So put your compass at this point here, and you make an arc here. Then you make an arc here. Then so for 4 8, so just go up like this, follow this line. So this is the line. So here we have, so I'm not going to write anything there. Okay, so next I have 0.3 and 9. 0.3 and 9. So from 0, just extend to 3. So 3 and 9, they are the same point on the circle. So just take the radius for 3 alone, and Look at it. So 3 and 9, they are on the center line. Just go up like this. So put your compass at this point here, and you make an arc here, then make an arc here. So this will also look like it's an ellipse. So here I have this point here, I have this point, I have this point. So all these points will be joined together with the use of French curves. Okay, so I have this point here. Here's the point, here's the point, and here's the point, including this. So we join them together with the use of French. Okay, so this is the ellipse. So this is the ellipse. So the next thing that we want to do is to produce the hexagon. The hexagon here is to produce it. That's the next thing that we want to do. Okay, to do that, we also have to okay, so if we follow this line here, if you follow this line, so this line is 1. So this point here is 1. This point is 1, and you follow this. Here we have what? Here we have 4. So we need to locate point 2, 3, 5, and 6 now. Point 2, 3, 5, and 6. So what we need to do now is that take your compass. So put it at this point 0. This 0. So okay, this is point 1 now. This is point 1. Or let me produce it on this side to make it clear. So if I produce this line here, so I produce this line, and I produce this line here. So I'll draw a vertical line here. So draw a vertical line here. Alright, so for this line, here I have what? Here I have 2 and I have 3. And here I have what? This is 1 and this is 4. Then here I have 5, 6. This is 5 and this is 6. Okay, so all I need to do is to take my compass, so put it at this point 1, 4 here. So 1 and 4 have already been located on this line. So put your compass here and extend to 5, 6 or 2, 4. So once you take this, it will take care of all. So now coming here, this is point 1, this is point 4. So following this line, this is line 2 and 6. Line 2, 6. So if I follow this line, so it goes like this. Okay, so put the compass at this point on the center line. So and make an arc here. Okay, I need to. Okay. Okay, so putting it here, so this will be point 2. This is point 2. This is point 2, and this is point 6. So with that same radius, so here we have what? We have 3 and 5. So going like this, I have this line. So put it here and make an arc here. So make an arc here. So here I have this point. Here I have this point here. So this is point 3 and this is point 5. Okay, so I have this point, this point. So the next thing that we're going to do is to join them together. So here, so I will join this. So this goes like this, and here this goes like this, and so I will join 5 and 4 together, 5, 4 together, and then 1 and 2 together, and this, and then 1 and 6 together, 1 and 6 together, and then 3 and 4 together with a straight line. Okay, so here is it. So the next thing that we are going to do is to hash the surface. So after this, that means we are done. So your 20 marks is sure if you are able to complete this. So because I'm explaining, that's why it takes much time. That's why it takes much time. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm almost done. So make sure the hatching lines are equally spaced. Okay, so you have to hash this. So after this, I'm going to indicate my front elevation, end elevation, and the plan, and also the true shape, so that whoever sees it will know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've indicated all that I have here. So this is my front elevation. So this is my front elevation. This is the front elevation. This is the plan, and this is the end elevation. And here we have the true shape. So the work is as simple as I've explained. You just need to take it easy. You just need to take it easy. So if you take it easy and you take care of the lines, so you not get confused and you get the work done perfectly as it is done here. Though it takes time. It takes time because I'm explaining. That's why it takes much time. So if you are doing it, if I'm doing it without explaining, it won't take up to this time that I have spent. This is about 47 minutes that I spent on this work. I explained and I drew everything. So that's why it takes much time. So sit down and study this. So WAEC can give you something like this or something similar. So just study this. You can use the same question and look for something similar to this and solve it. So thank you.